Hi guys, ArchieLuxury. Go to f2bbs.com. www.f2bbs.com. The last bastion of free speech on the interweb. That's right, guys. I want you to go to www.f2bbs.com. That's right. I want you to go there. You can, this is a great site to fight against all sorts of nastiness by posting on f2bbs.com, the last bastion of free speech on the interweb. Go there, guys. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury, and thank you very much for tuning in on the ArchieLuxury Paul Pluta channel. Quick wristwatch check, Rolex Explorer. Guys, I'm making this video here for my good friend Austin Daniels. And I've actually invited Austin Daniels to do a live show or a video with me. I'd love to interview him. Anyhow, Christmas Day, I rang Austin. To wish him a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we got talking watches. And I said, Austin, man, I think you got a beautiful collection. He's got four Rolex. He's got a 14060, that's a no-date sapphire Submariner pre-ceramic. He's got a Polar Explorer 2 40mm. And he's also got two pre-ceramic GMT master pieces for Rolex. And he's got some Tudors, but let's just concentrate on the Rolex end of his collection. Four beautiful Rolex. And I told him, I said, hey Austin, it's ArchieLuxury here. And I said, man, I love my Patek Philippe. I love my Pateks. But man, I am so happy. I am so happy to actually be back into the Rolex community. I'm so damn happy. And he said to me, congratulations. That was a fantastic MJT, man, has looked after you. That was a great scoop, great piece. And he actually said to me, he said, you know, Arch, I would really like a ceramic steel sports watch. Now, Austin's interesting because I was talking to him about a year ago, or 18 months ago, when I had a number of Rolex. I had about six Rolex, and I had three steel sports that were non-bezel turning pieces. I had the Milgauss, the Air King, that's the Air King 40, and the Explorer 1. He always thinks a sports watch should have a bezel that turns, or some sort of bezel that's useful. So he actually said to me, he said it's impossible in Japan to get any modern Rolex from the AD. He said you can go to the grey market, that's the pre-owned dealers, non-affiliated with Rolex, but the prices of course are high. Rolex in Japan is very expensive. Like everywhere else in the world. But I said, Austin, I said, I tell you the truth, I really respect your collection, man. You have stayed true to form. You've always said that you like your Rolex to have the holes case. This new Submariner, of course, has the no holes. Austin said that he really likes the holes case, and I gotta be honest with you, I kind of respected that in Austin. I really did like his reasoning and process in determining that. So I got to hand it to Austin. I do respect his decision, but it's fascinating. I said, man, I love your 4-piece Rolex collection. You got it made. 2 GMTs, an Explorer 2, and a no-date sub. Man, you are done and dusted. Done and dusted in Rolex. And he still wanted a ceramic. He said, you know, Archie, I love his accent, really good accent. He goes, you know, Archie, I'd really like a ceramic Steel Sports Rolex to round off the collection. And I was shocked. Man, because I thought he was you know, he's a very much a purist. He's a Rolex enthusiast. And I was shocked. I didn't realize he actually wanted to get a modern Steel Sports Rolex. And I love the guy. I really do love Austin Daniels' work. He is somebody. He doesn't buy views. He doesn't buy subscribers. He's just an honest guy who loves Rolex. He loves his watches, and I got a lot of time for Austin because I myself, in the late 90s, it was uncool to be a one brand. It's like being a one stock, like Dave Ramsey says, one stock, single stock investor, dangerous, diversify. And when I was Rolex, I had 5 Rolex. I had a 18238 with factory diamond dial. I had a 16610 sub date. That was my last sub date that I owned in steel, because I had the two-tone, but this is the next one. 20 years later, I had the Explorer 2 16570. I had a 16013 two-tone date just with plastic. It was an R serial number. And lastly, I had a 16800 sub as my beater. Those were my watches. And everyone said, oh man, Rolex is so, why would you do that? Because Pam was all the rage. Panerai was all the rage. And I've always respected Austin because he stayed true to form. And I got to be totally honest with you there. He's been enthusiastic about Rolex. He loves a bit of Tudor. And I got to hand it to him. He's got the Hydronaut. I mean, I'd suggest he gets an Iconaut. Got to get an Iconaut, Austin. Get an Iconaut, Austin. But I love the guy. He's just enthusiastic Rolex sort of guy. And I got to tell you, I said, Austin, you got to be very proud. Any man in this day and age who has multiple Rolex, that's extremely hard to get. I said, you have done very, very well. And I said, man, you got a dream collection. It's funny how we're never sort of satisfied. And he said, your Pateks are beautiful. And I just found it funny that he'd actually want something that I've got, a ceramic Rolex. And I got to tell you, Austin's a great guy. And it just shows, this is what I think is so unfair in the Rolex situation. Someone like Austin, who just a salt-of-the-earth enthusiast, just a nice guy, wife, couple of kids, good job, and he can't get, he loves his watches. And I find that sad. I really do find it sad. Lovely guy. I hope he does. I think the perfect watch for Austin would be a Z Blue. I think a Z Blue Milgauss. Don't worry about ceramic bezel, Austin. Get the new clasp Steel Sports Rolex. No date, just easy. I reckon that's what I would do. And they're not too much over retail. A a Milgauss isn't ridiculous. It's not like a Panda, a Kermit, or a Pepsi, or a Batman, or the new sub, which is ridiculous over retail. So I had a great chat. Austin is just a good enthusiast. I love enthusiasts like Austin. And he just gave me just a nice guy. I got a good feeling. I want to do some videos with Austin. I'd like to interview him, talk to him about his hobby. I think he's got an amazing. To have 4 Rolex is incredible. And I said to him, I said, you know, Austin, I got 6 Pateks, but I want to sell one because I put a little bit of money on credit card to pay. I took a bit of money out of credit card to pay for this sub, and once my Patek sells, I'm going to clear the card and have some money to get one more Rolex. Pepsi. So that's the name of the game. Okay, guys, tell me what you think. Go and look at Austin's channel. Click on the question mark, either that corner or that corner. I'm not sure which corner, but check out Austin's channel. Look at some of his vids. Love the guy. Love the enthusiasm. I'm ArchieLuxury, and I will see you in the next one. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW.
The Rolex Submariner date. Probably the most versatile, the most famous, the most wanted watch of 2020. The Rolex Submariner. Absolutely stunning. I've gone for the steel model. I wanted something that could be worn every day. The businessman's delight. Look at the side profile. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. I've got to tell you, I am in love with this Submariner. Black on black. Does it get any better? Black on black. The Rolex Submariner. This is what this is just such a beautiful look at the. I got to tell you, the maxi, that just the whole thing, this whole thing is everything the ceramic sub should have been from day one. Absolutely winner, chicken dinner. Absolutely. And it's got the new clasp with the glide lock for easy adjustments. Absolutely winner, chicken dinner.
Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the Pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.